Hi, I'm Arkush with our Chicago Sun-Times Bears breakdown of the Bears' 23-20 overtime thriller over the Baltimore Ravens to move them to 6-4 and back in a tie atop the NFC North. And of course, the game will be remembered for a lot of things. A very strange weather situation. Fortunately, most importantly, as near as we can tell, everybody came through safe. That's what you worry about the most. Obviously, the Bears reacted better to the delay than the Baltimore Ravens did. I think it would be silly to say one team benefited more than the other, but it really proved what a great job Mark Trestman and his coaching staff are doing with that football team, because they were in big trouble when they got to the end of the first quarter. They had to go to the locker room, but they came back out ready to play, and they certainly won the last 3 quarters and overtime. You look for a turning point in that football game, I guess you've got to go with 2. Certainly the delay was one of the turning points. Now, not again that it benefited one team more than the other, but it's so unusual that the way that both teams reacted to it is a significant difference in the outcome of the football game. And then, of course, the goal line stand at the end of regulation to stop them at the 3-yard line and force the Ravens to kick the field goal and go into overtime. Game ends right there if the Bears defense doesn't step up and make a couple plays. My player of the game, it's got to be Julius Peppers, and it continues to ask the question or beg the question, why is he only showing up once every 5 or 6 weeks? That is a concern, but if he shows up the way he did against the Ravens, the Bears defense suddenly gets tremendously better. He can still dominate a football game. He owned the line of scrimmage all day long against the Ravens, and we've got to find a way, I should say the Bears have got to find a way to have him do it every week if they're going to stay competitive as they get to the stretch drive for the NFC North title. Takeaways from the football game: this is a team that has a lot more heart than they get credit for. It would have been easy to fold up a few times in that football game, even going into the game as the injuries continued to mount, but they refused to quit. Obviously, Zach Bowman was targeted a little bit on one corner, sitting in for Peanut Dillman, but Tim Jennings stepped up and made some big plays. And again, the way Peppers and the rest of that defensive line, let's not forget David Bass and Cheto Zugwa, dominated the line of scrimmage, it was enough for the Bears to get a critical win, and it proved more than anything else, this team's going to be in every game they play the rest of the way. There's nobody else on the schedule that's that much more difficult than the Baltimore Ravens, so just a huge, huge win for the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for our Bears breakdown. For the best in sports 24/7, be sure and stay at ChicagoSunTimes.com.